class. Happy Thursday. We're going to start seated in a cross-legged position. So if you want something to sit on, grab it. Otherwise, just regular crisscross applesauce style. Today we're going to work on our back. Everybody's favorite yoga muscle to work. Even though the back is a lot of muscles, every time when we ask people, hey, what do you want to work on today? A lot of time it's lower back. So, why not? Okay, it is 7 o'clock, so we're going to get started. And I think I'm going to slide my camera a little bit this way. But we're going to start in our cross-legged position. Just breathing deep. Having plumbers in and out of this room, and it's kind of making my room a mess. But it's not stopping us from working out together. And it's testing my patience. We're going to be here for about another minute. And once we find some good poses that really stretch our back, we are going to stay in them for a little bit longer than the traditional minute. We're not going to go full yin and be in there for 4 or 5 minutes. I don't think. We'll see what happens. But so if we're in something like a Cobra, maybe we stay there for 2 minutes. Or something like a puppy, maybe we stay there for 2 minutes. As compared to more like a 30-second type of thing. Because we really want to make sure that when we're getting into these back stretching, pain relieving poses, that we're giving it the full chance for you to really let those muscles go and breathe. And sometimes when you're just in the literal flow of things, you kind of forget that. Even if you're reminded, sometimes you still forget it, and I understand. So I am on a block. But you could be on the floor, it's not a problem. Either way, you're going to walk your fingertips forward and keep those hips on whatever surface you got going on. So I might be able to reach farther than you. You might be able to reach farther than me. Come on up. Spinal twist. And spinal twist. Back to the center, switch those legs. Get situated, walk those fingertips down. Come back. Spinal twist. And spinal twist. Come back to the center. Instead of us having our feet crisscross style, we're going to switch so our feet are behind us and we're sitting on our heels. Now, if you're not sitting on something, you may have to come up a little higher here and be in this position here if you feel like you can't get a good range of motion, but give it a try first in your passive position, and then if you need to switch. But all we're really gonna do is kind of go forward and kind of do these little wave motions with our hands, with the back. But if you do have a pillow or something underneath, you just kind of give it a little boost so you're sitting up a little bit higher. Okay, first, let's just drop our head to one side. You can close your eyes if you want. And switch. Switch back, and if you want to put your hand on top of that head, feel free. Remember, it's just the weight of the hand, we're not pushing. And switch. Back to the center, just looks down, straight to the back and the neck. Come on up, bring those shoulders all the way up to the ears, squeeze, 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 release, and then clear down again. And then come on up, and now just point that chin out and up. Push your chin all in here. And release. Make some squiggly, weird, funky faces. And then relax, and then chin out and up. Okay, now release your head, hands down by your side, and all you're gonna do is palms are gonna be facing up. You're gonna roll it down, hands flat, roll back up. Flip the palms. Roll forward, hands flat. 3 more like that. Okay, 1 more left. Now, come on over, forward, around, 1 up, forward, around, 3 more. Okay, let's switch sides. Up, forward, and around. And 1 more. And come on up. All right, now you can get rid of your prop and come into a cat-cow posture. So Remember, we're in all fours. We have a nice flat back. And then we're gonna arch everything up, look down. And then reverse, make a little C shape in your back and look forward. We're gonna go through our cat-cows at your own pace, at your own breath rate. So every time you breathe is when you're gonna change. Best in about a minute here, so no rush. Go one more time through each animal. And then come back to a neutral table. Take your right leg, kick it back behind, and point those toes down and point that heel back to the wall behind you. Nice little calf stretch first. And then lift that foot over, slide it across, and kick back. So really nice stretch right here. Okay, release, come back to the center. Your left leg, kick back, calf stretch. Even if you don't do running and jumping and that sort of stuff, it's always good to stretch out your calves anyway. They work hard. Come on up, cross over, kick back. This one right here. And release, come back to all fours. Take your right leg, bring it in front. Bring that foot right in between those two hands and roll on up, hands on the thighs and leaning forward. Looking straight ahead, up nice and tall. Deep breaths. And come back. Switch out those legs. And lean forward again. All right, come on back. Come back, zip back on the heels. And we're gonna go into our first longer stretch, which is gonna be a Cobra. We're gonna be there for 2 minutes. So I'd like you to walk your hands in front and lay down on your belly and bring those hands in front, literally like you're like a sphinx. So I'll call this a sphinx instead of a Cobra because this is technically a sphinx. And all we're gonna do is relax those shoulders as much as possible. We're gonna look forward, look down, close our eyes, Spread the weight evenly amongst the hands and the forearms and just open up that back a little bit. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes. So it's 7:14. We're going to be here till 7:16. So really take the time to think about what body parts are tense and really relax them. Okay, beautiful. Shake those legs a little bit. Come down to your forearms and then take your right hand behind and grab that right foot and just relax your head and neck. Release and switch it out. Other side, other leg, other hand. And release. Bend those knees and just kind of windshield wiper those feet back and forward. Pick a side and let those feet hang. And other side. Come back to the center. Bring those hands by your side. Push yourself up through tabletop and into downward dog for the first time this morning. So shake those feet out. And then find some stillness. Don't worry, we won't be spending 5 minutes here in downward dog. Walk those hands up and roll on up. Although I do invite you to spend some time in downward dog. Find out what you like about it. Find out what you don't like about it. It is a nice restorative pose. Mountain. Okay, we are going to go through a little bit of a flow here. Warm up that back a little bit. And we'll progress, okay? So hands down. Bring those arms up. Swan dive down. Move to the front of the mat. Come to a halfway lift. Hands down. Walk 1 foot back. Walk 2 foot back. Let's lower all the way down. Come on up, little baby cobra. Come on down. Go through tabletop if you wish, or go straight to plank, and then go straight to downward dog. Let's take your right leg out behind and bring that knee into the chest. Put that foot down. Drop the back knee. Come on up. Arms up or down. If you feel like doing a tiny little back bend, if that feels good, you go for it. And then those hands come back down. Let's go back into our downward dog. And we're going to walk those feet in. And we're going to come to a halfway lift. And we're going to go down. We're going to come all the way up. Arms up. And come back to neutral, wherever your neutral is. Other side. Arms up. Bend down forward. Halfway lift. Hands down. Walk yourself back to a plank and lower yourself all the way down. Little baby cobra. Come back. You can make your way to downward dog however you'd like. Lift the left leg up behind you. Bring that knee in. Foot on the ground, knee on the ground. And come on up. Hands down, hands up, your choice. And if you did a little back bend on one side, do it over here too. Hands down. Come back to the downward dog. Bring those feet in. Halfway lift. And down. And roll all the way up. We're going to go through that once more with a high lunge, or you can stay in the low lunge, totally your choice. Arms up. Let's bend it on down. Halfway lift. And down. To plank. Lower down. Cobra. And down. Tabletop, plank to downward dog. Lift the right leg up behind. Bring that knee in. Foot down in front. And roll yourself up into a high lunge. Arms can be down, arms can be up. Back bend if you want it. Hands down. Plank, downward dog. Walk those hands in. Halfway lift. And down. And roll it all the way up. One more time, I promise. Arms up. Swan dive down. Halfway lift. Hands down. Plank. Lower it down. Cobra. And down. Make your way to downward dog. The left leg up behind. Bring that knee in. Foot down. Roll it on up. Find your balance. Find your hand position. And come on down. Downward dog. And then drop those knees and sit. back. Beautiful job. All right, our next long pose is going to be in puppy. We're going to be in that pose for 2 minutes as well. Just as a reminder, puppy is when we are on our forearms, our glutes and hips are up in the air, and our head is down. I feel this is such a strong stretch pose for me personally. I love it. So we really are going to stay here for those 2 minutes to really get the benefit of this posture. Okay, so it is 7:25. We're going to be here to 7:27. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Roll it on up, sit back on those heels. Next, we're going to go into pigeon and hold that for a little bit. If you would like to do recline pigeon instead of our upright pigeon, by all means, please lie on your back, make your figure four, and stretch the way you would like to stretch. Otherwise, if you're going to join me here in pigeon, we're going to go in to all fours. I'm going to take my right knee, I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to take that right knee, bring it to approximately 3 o'clock. And my right foot is at approximately 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to sit back. And if I want to have my prop near me, I can. You don't need it. And we're just going to sit here in this supported pigeon for a minute. And then we're going to bring ourselves down to the ground, bring that head down to a prop or to the mat, and really open up those hips. Our hips and our back are obviously connected, literally and figuratively. So stretching out one without stretching out the other does not help anything. So we want to make sure our hips are nice and open to relax that back. release, come on up. Tuck that back foot under to make it easier to release. So we're back in tabletop. Okay, so let's take our left knee in. The knee goes to about 9 o'clock, hook goes to about 3 o'clock or so. And we're up here nice and tall. Feeling the difference between the right leg and the left leg, the right hip and the left hip. And then get ready to come on down. Bad joke, I know. Stick my prop over to the side. And I'm going to swing my legs around with little cobblers. Stretch. I'm going to pull it back, lean forward. Feel a little rock side to side, might feel good. We're going to do some rocking on our back like a ball in a second. Okay, bring those knees together. Lay on your back and hug those knees into your chest. And here we're gonna rock side to side. And then rock front to back. Nice little back massage. If this is causing any pain, obviously I don't want you to do it. But if you get a couple little cracks or pops and there's no pain, enjoy. And do one more. And put those feet on the ground. All right, we have one more long 2-minute posture. We're going to do a side twist on one side for 2 minutes and a side twist on the other side for 2 minutes. So you can either cross your right leg over your left and drop the knees to the side, or you can keep them together, totally fine, your choice. But either way, we're going to drop those knees and we're going to do a nice 2-minute stretch here. Hands can be on your belly, they can be in a cactus shape. It can be whatever you want. My pecs are screaming at me today, so I'm not sure I can stretch like that. So I think I'm going to keep mine on my hips, but you can always stretch other body parts as well. So even if I don't mention them to you, doesn't mean you can't still do them. I give you permission to do whatever you want during my practice. Our practice. Release that. Come back to center. Other side. Same old, I should say same old thing. Same wonderful thing. Remember when we open up these body parts, sometimes you get a little grumbly business going on, sometimes you get some emotional business going on. It literally opens things up in many dimensions. Cross it like if it was crossed, come back to the center. All right, we have 2 more things left today. We're gonna do a little rotational ab, and we're gonna do some single leg bridges to end us out. So, arms down by the side, lift that head and neck up, and just rotate, tap your heel. Come back, rotate, tap your heel. And we're just gonna slide back and forth. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Take your left foot, cross it over your right, making this little figure 4. And we're going to do a single leg bridge here. So I'm going to bring my right foot close to my tailbone. Arms can be down by the side, and we're just gonna slowly lift up and back down. Up and back down. You guessed it, probably 8 more times. Six, 7, and 8. Okay, let's switch it on out. Bring that foot close to the tailbone. Right leg's crossed over. Thumbs lift up and down for 1, 2. Yeah, 2 more left. All right, drop those feet. Bring them straight out in front of you. And take those arms and stretch way overhead. Big, huge, full body stretch. Release that, hug your knees and a big squeeze. Release, full body stretch. One more time, come in, squeeze. Full body stretch. Release, or we have a 2-minute playtime allowance for today. That means if there's a pose or posture we didn't do that your body is craving, this is the time for you to do it. And if you're like, feeling pretty good, you can go right in to your Shavasana and stay there a little longer. I'm gonna do some spinal twists just because I love them so much. But we have a 2-minute playtime. Yeah, about another minute here. And if you're done already, go into your Shavasana, get yourself prepped. And we have 2 minutes in Shavasana. So if you haven't gotten there already, do so now. Remember, your elbows are nice and tight towards your body. Your shoulders are tucked under. Your palms are face up. And your legs are relaxed. Toes just kind of out to the side. Slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes and roll on to the side of your choice. And let your upper arm push you up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a wonderful class. I know I did. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you later.